Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then you found your home, friend. Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth. Welcome.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at 10 of the most niche quests in Skyrim only the most hardcore explorers ever found.
Only a fool tries to kill the dead!
Before we get started, we post new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring that bell to be notified about our latest videos. Forbidden Legend. This quest relates to one of Skyrim's biggest secrets, which is why players can sink thousands of hours into the game and never find it. To begin, find and read the book Lost Legends, of which there are only 8 copies. You'll then have to find 3 separate amulet components, which will then let you reforge the Galder amulet. This was originally owned by Archmage Galder way back in the First Era. According to lore, most of his power came from his amulet. In Skyrim, all it does is fortify magicka, health, and stamina by 30 points, which is nice, but not as strong as lore implies. Maybe it's a classic case of power creep, who knows?
Very good, but you've created a debt between us. Here, take this. We're even now.
Rise in the East. Not a lot goes on at Windhelm Docks. It's mainly just ferries to Solstein. If you enter the East Empire Company office, you'll meet Orthus Indario. He'll tell you his office looks like a bomb site because of pirate attacks, then send you on a quest to solve it. The quest finishes by sending you to Japhet's Folly, a world space only able to be visited during the quest. Here, you'll fight the Blood Horker pirates and their leader Halden. After defeating him, the East Empire Company starts carpet bombing the island. The rewards are some gold and a new follower in Adeliza, who's decent but no Serana.
We can head back whenever you're set. There's celebrating to be done. Are you ready to go?
The Dragon Bridge crime scene.
I have new orders for you. Prepare an ambush just south of the Dragon Bridge.
Venture southeast from Dragon Bridge and you'll eventually come across a destroyed merchant's caravan. It's one of many unmarked locations with a hidden quest only the player can solve. Players will encounter a couple's corpses and their dead horse. On the lady, there will be a journal that discusses her fears for the journey.
It's always this one over here, on this side of the bridge, instead of this other way.
She's worried about caravan attacks, believing ghosts, goblins, or witches to be the cause. Further downstream, a deserted camp is found with another journal, left by adventurers investigating the attacks. They expected bandits, but found victims ripped limb from limb. They made camp before following a suspicious trail and vanished. So who did it? We could tell you, but instead, we'll let you figure it out yourself. Frostflow Abyss. West of Winterhold, deep in the cold mountains, players may encounter Frostflow Lighthouse. Upon entering, you'll be met with a gory scene, with blood all over and the remains of Ramadi. This begins the quest Frostflow Abyss, another classic murder mystery. You'll have to search the tower and read the journals of the deceased family. You'll discover the lighthouse was purchased by Haupt, husband of Ramadi. There was incessant scratching coming from the basement. Believing it to be skeevers, Haupt set to buy traps. When he returned, something way more horrifying than skeevers had broken in. This is another mystery we're leaving up to you to solve. Either that, or you can just look it up. The Abandoned Prison. Southwest of Windhelm, an abandoned Imperial prison lies perched beside the White River. Like the abandoned caravan, solving its mystery is an unmarked quest. The only occupants are the ghosts of the prisoners. Notes are scattered about the prison explaining its backstory. Turns out, the Imperial guards left because of an impending storm. There'll also be a prisoner's note hinting at an escape plan. Well, as you may guess from the presence of ghosts and skeletons, it's a pretty ominous ruin, but highlights how much detail was put into even minor locations.
No one hides from the dead.
The Book of Love.
Return when she has seen her path. I will entreat Mara on your behalf.
The most romance players will experience in Skyrim tends to be finishing the companion's questline and then marrying Ayla the Huntress. This and setting up Feindal or Sven with Camilla. Surprisingly, there's an entire quest dedicated to matchmaking. It's given by Dinya Balu in Riften's Temple of Mara. She'll task you with helping repair relationships across Skyrim, making the Dragonborn Tamriel's newest couples therapist.
Clearly, I've never even thought of him in that manner. I wish that I was as skilled with words as he.
Your reward is the Amulet of Mara, an item needed to get married. There are plenty of easier ways to get one, hence why so many players miss this quest. You'll also be given the Agent of Mara power, which gives a mighty 15% resistance to magic.
Watch the magic.
Forgotten names. Underneath the College of Winterhold, there lies the Midden. Deep in its depths, you may stumble across the Midden Dark. Here, you can find an ominous chamber with a black gauntlet in the center. A brief investigation reveals 4 rings need retrieving and placing on the gauntlet to solve the mystery. It's another unmarked quest, so you'll need to follow clues to progress. A throwback for all the Morrowind fans. With all 4 rings returned, the pirate Velek Sane will appear and beg you for his freedom. If given, he'll give you a treasure map, but if you kill him, you can loot him and steal his scimitars and a Daedra heart. The Ghost of Old Hraldon.
I long to taste battle again.
Deep within the Reach, Old Hraldon Inn sits isolated on the banks of the Karth River. Legend says Tiber Septim, the Nordic god Talos, won his first victory here. For 10 gold, you can rent his bed. Sleep in it, and you'll be woken by Adis' screams because the ghost of Old Hraldon has appeared.
You don't remember me, Sholti? Toucan.
Talk to him and he'll ask you to find his companion's sword. Find it, bring it back, and he'll give you an extra point for your one-handed and block skills. Depending on your build and level, this can be either pretty helpful or completely useless.
Mama, where did
The Pale Lady. Directly east of Morthal, there exists the Nordic ruins of Frostmere Crypt. Exploring the crypt will begin the Pale Lady quest. At its depths, you'll find an underground forest where a bandit leader has tried and failed to defeat the unique Wisp Mother, the Pale Lady. You're given 3 ways to proceed. First, you can steal the bandit's sword, place it on a pedestal, and banish the foe. You can save the bandit, pickpocket the blade, and do the same. Even though you saved him, he'll still try and kill you. Finally, you can whip out your fists or any weapon and wail on her until she's dead. Your reward is the unique weapon, the Pale Blade, enchanted with fear and frost damage.
No match at all.
Vulthoryol. Did you know there's an ancient dragon hidden in Blackreach? Once upon a time, it was a highway for Dwemer cities, but now it's hostile and barren, primarily home to Falmor and vampires. Many players spend as little time as possible in Blackreach, but the few who explore may have stumbled upon the Silent City's Dwemer Gong. Using unrelenting force on it will summon Vulthoryol, whose name translates to Dark Overlord of Fire. He's fixed at level 50 with an immense health pool, meaning he'll wipe the floor with unprepared players. For some reason, he hilariously has the primary skills archery and sneak. So, like the rest of us, he's a stealth archer at heart. Were there any quests we missed which you thought were worthy of a mention? Let us know in the comments.
How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend for a decade or two.
Be sure to check out these other fun clips from MojoPlays, and if you enjoy our content, leave us a like, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.